Hi, W0TM, Gary Woden. Doing a lot of videos today, but there's a lot going on, a lot more than you expect on a weekend. Just when I thought there wasn't much to do, along comes this Apple Gold Watch. Just did a video on that. Now read a couple of news items and said, wow. Name of this video, gosh, Toto, we're not in Kansas anymore. Well, actually I am. I am in Kansas. But, you know, it's like we've gone through the Rubik's Cube. We've gone through the, you know, we're Dorothy and gone through the mirror. You know, it's just reading stuff that I find hard to believe. I found I don't know if it's different or new or what, website called nknews.org, NK standing for North Korea. And in it, I'm going to put a link to it in the show notes, nknews.org. Jim Rogers, who I consider to be one of the smarter investors in the world, and also very outspoken, and he's made billions of dollars, and when he talks, I listen. In this article, or interview, which is really touted on NK News, I just wonder if that's actually from North Korea. I went ahead and signed up for the newsletter because boy, it sure sounds like a Western type of, or looks like a Western type of website. But who knows? You might want to take a look at it. nknews.org. Jim Rogers in this interview is saying essentially that he would invest all of his assets into North Korea if he could, because he believes the two Koreas will be merging, and the two of them merging will be an economic dynamo. That's, to me, that's a stretch. Among other things, if the two of them were to merge, it'd be like East Germany and West Germany for the first 10-15 years of the merger after the wall fell. West Germany had a basket case on their hands with East Germany pouring billions and billions and billions of dollars just to keep East Germany going so people wouldn't starve to death. And East Germany is still very much way behind West Germany, and that's going to be for, gosh, another couple of generations, I think. Same thing would be North Korea, particularly the fact that the North Koreans are so indoctrinated to see the United States and the South Koreans as being, the devil in disguise. Could the thinking of North Koreans change that much? I mean, North Koreans they aren't even, they have no similarity to South Koreans. I mean, even physically, they're like 5 or 6 inches shorter. At least 1 million of them starved to death every year. There was one year they said 3 million starved. The population continues to drop. They keep holding it at like 21 million, but I think reading what I read, it's a lot less than that. And the little tin pot dictator that's over there is one scary guy. And I'm going to do a few other videos on him because he just may be the start of World War III, if we have one. If we have one, not predicting it. Anyway, Jim Rogers coming out and saying that, wow, that's really something else. And it has to do with gold and silver, and there's so many variables that are wrapped up in that. And just that Jim Rogers interview, I really encourage you to read it. I think there's a lot there that you'll say, did he really say that? Well, nknews.org says he did. They did an interview with him, and he's saying he wants to get in before the merger happens, because once the merger happens, he says it'll be too late, that the big guys, JP Morgan and so on and so forth, will have already been in. Russia, big countries, and they will have snapped up all of the whatever it is that is to buy in North Korea. And I'm not sure if there is anything to buy in North Korea. There's no industry to speak of, unless you count illegal activity on the internet and you know, prostitution and drug running and all the stuff they do to bring in 95% supposedly of foreign earnings of North Korea, and it's not very much, are illegal items, products, services, whatever. 95% are illegal. That's what I read. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. You can look it up yourself. But North Korea is, for me, not a place where I want to put any money, and don't really plan to. Coming up here in the future, I do see we're just about to the point, and I could, you know, very well could be wrong. I'm wrong more than right, especially when it comes to investments, that the dollar has just about been pushed all it can be. I mean, all the other currencies, they've been in a war to devalue their currencies, you know, down and down and down and down. Rubles dropped in half, the yen's dropped in half, you know, German mark, you know, the French franc, everything, almost. The Swiss franc went back up when they unhooked from the euro, you know, everything has gone way, way down except for the dollar. And that's the reason why gold, or why gold priced in dollars is cheap. Gold has actually gone way up in value and price. If you compare, if you value it in Russian rubles, Japanese yen, so on and so forth, gold is at an all-time high, or very close to it. Just put in gold charts in currencies into Google, and you'll see it. You'll see that if last year you were a typical Russian, you know, with $1 million or 100 million rubles in your pocket, and you either kept the rubles or you turned them into gold. If you kept the rubles, you're not a happy camper right now. If you turn it into gold, you're very happy, because gold valued in rubles has more than doubled, almost tripled. And rubles, on the other hand, have dropped by like 50 or 60%, and most of that drop has occurred like within the last couple of months, and the drop seems to be speeding up. You know, it's to the point where Russia need to do a video on that. Is just dying as a country. I mean, from the birth rate to you know, the free vodka, the average lifespan has dropped by like 10 years. The population of Russia has dropped by like 10% since 1990. You know, Russia has become a militarized state with a dying country hanging on to it. You know, being a man on the street in Russia is not a good thing. I mean, you're just, you know, like one step away from, you know, you've got your boiled potatoes and cabbage and a one-room apartment that is, you know, rat infested, and I mean, it's not a good place. Unless you're in the in crowd, you know Vladimir Putin, and you know you dine at the finest place. Russia is I believe the most segmented economic strata in groups in the world, between the upper 0.1% and the bottom 99%. The poor are very, very poor, and almost everybody is very, very poor, and the very rich are very, very rich. I mean, talking billions and billions of dollars, but there's very few of them. If you're hooked up with Vladimir Putin, good chance you're a billionaire or close to it. But there, you know, you're looking at a few thousand people. Beyond that, you've got 100 and I think well, they claim 125 million people. I think it's closer, but you pick up 115 million. I'm betting it's down to 105. The Russians smoke more than any other country, any other people in the world. They drink more than any other people in the world. One of the reasons to keep the people quiet and not in a revolutionary mode, they keep them all drunk, you know. The normal way, the typical sleeping pill in Russia, standard sleeping pill, is a bottle of vodka. Vodka in Russia is almost free, and they keep it that way on purpose. It's somewhere around 25 cents, last I heard, in rubles. And if you don't have the 25 cents, they'll put it on credit. You know, what happens is by 9 o'clock, your one television with the one channel that kind of works is, you know, there, and you've been drinking your vodka after you ate your boiled cabbage and potatoes, and you know, chugging down vodka and smoking like crazy. The whole room is just, you know, like you know, the standard den of thieves. And then you pass out, and you wake up at 5 a.m., you go to work and pretend like you're working, and they pretend like they're paying you. Then you go home and you eat terrible food. Just hope it isn't spoiled, rancid. And then you know, drink enough vodka to pass out, and you start it all over again. Not a, you know, that's not a fun way to live. So anyway, when I look at everything going on and look at Jim Rogers making a statement like that on a website that I didn't know was there, I say, you know, gee, I started off again. I said, Toto, are we still in Kansas? We aren't in Kansas anymore. Well, I am, but you know, I just wonder if the whole world has gone through the looking glass and the whole thing is surreal. If you have comments, sure like to hear them, because things are really going crazy. With the dollar just about ready to head south, which I believe it is, silver can do nothing but head north. I could be wrong, I usually am. So, but it also means where you put your money. One of them is the Silver Junior Miners, stock symbol SILJ, and another is it's a USLV. It's an ETN for 3X silver that has, both of those have just plummeted in price. I see much more upside potential than I see downside risk. Do your own due diligence. You know, don't take it from me, but you may find me Monday morning doing some buying. So especially the junior miners, they've done just a textbook double bottom that you know, you couldn't ask for anything more than that. So it sure, and with everything else going on, and the dollar just about to head south, I think if this isn't a time to be doing something with silver, I don't know when it is. So with that, I hope this was of use to you, and have comments. Sure like to hear them. Take care. See you later. W0TM signing off. Bye-bye.